Hello, everyone, and surprise! The new day for the newsletter to arrive in your inbox is Saturday. One of my clients actually inspired me, Jason, and I thought, I've been doing the newsletter on Sunday for so many years, since 2008. And it was just time for a shakeup. And as I heard him talking about Saturday mornings and what he does with his Saturday mornings, I thought, I'm going to change things up. And that's kind of what I've been about a lot lately anyway. So this is good. So I hope that you enjoy receiving the newsletter on Saturday mornings instead. You could still read it on Sunday if that's your preferred day. This newsletter this week is all about summer reading, books, summer reading challenge. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you don't get my newsletter, please sign up at Kimberly Dubrul, DUBRUL.com, and find out all the details. You're going to get them all there. I did a blog post also at my website, KimberlyDubrul.com, that I put a whole list of all of the books that I'm proposing to read this summer. Ambitious, and one of the things I wanted to say is people ask me all the time, how do you read so many books? And I know the only way that I do it is because I plan. I put it in my planner. On Sundays, I look at the whole week ahead and I decide when I'm going to be reading. And then the other one is I always have a book with me. So even if I'm sitting waiting somewhere for 10 minutes, I always have a book. And I think that really does seem to do it. It doesn't seem like it would be much, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, but it really does make a difference. I'm really excited about the books on my list this summer. And really one in particular, whoops, I should have brought it over here first. This one, some of you may have read this, Like Water for Chocolate. Has anybody read this one? A long time ago. I bought this when it first came out, and I was like just about falling over when I looked at the publishing date. And it was actually over 30 years ago that I first read this book. I'm reading this daily book again from years ago, which I think I have shared, called Simple Abundance, Sarah Brethnock. And for July, she suggested this book. And I knew I still had it in my library. I hunted it down and I thought, you know what, how cool will this be to read this book 30 years later, more than 30 years. I was definitely a different person the last time I read this book. Like, that was several lifetimes ago. So I'm excited to reread, and I'm excited to read a few new things, and by some authors I love and some authors I haven't read before. So it's just a real mixed bag. And I also do talk about the fact that I do have some nonfiction in the mix, like I always do, because I'm just about learning and expanding and keeping my spirit up. There was one book, actually I didn't look at the date, but I've had this one in my library for, it's probably close to just as long as Like Water for Chocolate. Some of you may have read this, but I'm also doing a revisit. That's a nonfiction revisit. And I used to have this thing, it's still kind of hard for me, that I wouldn't write inside of books, but I decided this time, going through Gifts from the Sea, I'm actually going to highlight and really soak some of it in, not just read through it. So anyway, more to come. I hope you will join the challenge. It's fun, and there are good prizes, so you'll want to find out all about it. And I love to hear from you. I love to hear from you guys about anything, but whatever you're reading, I'd love to know. I love hearing about what people are reading and what you love, what you recommend, and let's have an ignited reading season together. So that's the last thing I want to say, is this whole theme of Ignite has been a push and pull for me, because igniting sounds like a lot of action. But for some reason that word really wanted to be my word for the month. And so what I've come around to is there's action in inaction, like igniting your reading, igniting a reading habit, amplifying it. That's an ignition. However, you can relax and take a breath and do it. This doesn't mean running around. It doesn't mean I should go start doing 100 million things again. I'm definitely not into that. That's not where I'm at. So just think about how this actually plays into your life. I added a meditation to the newsletter this week that is all about kind of settling in and igniting the alpha brainwave state, which again was another kind of along the lines of what I'm thinking about, igniting and calming at the same time. Igniting your alpha brain waves is actually a way to calm anxiety, to just relax and calm down. So it's just interesting to me that we're igniting something and it's actually going to help us chill out. A good meditation to listen to anytime, but I was thinking if you're going to settle in for a good reading session, it's a good way to get your mind in a good place to just relax and not feel guilty, not worry about what needs to be done, but just let yourself sit and read and let that be the thing that you're supposed to be doing right then and there, that you want to be doing, not supposed to, that you want to, you choose to, and it's okay. No guilt involved. All right, so have a great week ahead. And if anybody wants to let me know what they think of Saturday delivery, I would love to hear about that too. So I will see you next week. Happy reading. Bye.